You're hanging out with the crew of Demon 305, and today we have Jorge De Moya from the De Moya Foundation with us. Thank you so much for stopping by, man.
Absolute pleasure, man. Absolute pleasure. I love you guys.
I want to learn a little bit more about you.
Well, I mean, it really comes down to it was a family passion, you know? My younger brother, as many people know, is with the De Moya Foundation. He's our program ambassador. Alex De Moya, he's the engine that launched. And I joke I was a job coach for 30 plus years, right? Because I was his older brother and I was always looking after him and stuff.
Is it just the two of you?
It is just the two of us.
Wow.
Yeah. And we have a very big extended family. But you know, with my brother being a young adult with unique abilities and me being who I am, I kind of took a responsibility that even my parents were like, you don't have to worry about him. But I just did naturally. I was always like that.
Let's talk a little bit about the De Moya Foundation itself. You know, what are some of the barriers that you faced when starting the nonprofit, trying to get it up, and like any company, trying to get people to believe in your brand and your services?
Right.
So that's a real thing. You have to pay the bills.
Yeah.
How did that work out, and what were some of the things that you faced?
My mom will say that here is the issue. Here are the gaps that we see. And we learned from personal experience. Alex wanted to go work, and so he started working with my dad at the construction company. And we saw that there was a lot of gaps involved. So we just started finding ways to fill those gaps. And when you're starting a nonprofit, you do have to kind of leverage different contacts, really get out there. And so we started there. They saw the value. They knew Alex when they hired somebody from that community. They knew they were getting somebody positive, somebody that would not stop, that was a hard worker. And so, you know, we started really small. But in terms of funding, we do everything. We do grant writing. We have 2 fundraisers a year. Our gala is coming up on October 5th, so that's a big one. We also have a golf tournament. We write grants. And we are also vocational rehab supported employment providers.
Now, it is possible for, let's say, one of your, you call them clients, people who you bring on.
Yeah.
And let's say an organization reaches out to you and they want to hire one of them. How does that process work? I believe you told me that the company doesn't have to pay for the person, right?
So
tell me a little bit about that.
There's different ways they can go about, right? So the process starts with a client is a company. We ask the company, what do you need at your company? Where are some gaps that you see in your company? Do you need somebody at the register? Do you need somebody back of the house, front of the house? What are your needs? We take those needs, do a job description, and carve out a specific job description for them. Then we look at our clients and our candidates and say, who has those unique skills? You know, I want to take this foundation and do everything I possibly can and make an impact, not just, you know, in Miami-Dade, but statewide. And so, you know, I think it shows that we're growing, that we're ready for the next steps in our future, and that these young adults are beneficial to any company that hires them.
Man, well, Jorge, thank you so much for everything that you're doing.
Thank you, and I want to make sure you already know it.
Oh, man.
Because I have this for you. You know, my brother was gonna give you one, but I brought it for you to represent the De Moya Foundation.
Thank you so much.
Our Bridging the Gap pin.
You need to put this on my
And
polo.
to let you guys know that everyone at the Demon 305 crew is a huge supporter of us, and we thank you guys for it.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate it. And once I learn how to open this bag, I'm gonna put it on.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.